Damn good. I mean, she's the perfect intangible player. To
Mm-hmm.
me, I've always compared her to AK-47, who
Mm-hmm.
used to play for the Utah Jazz in the NBA. I think like that's pretty much her comp in the NBA in the WNBA right now. She's pretty. She could do a little bit of everything. Great defender.
Mm-hmm.
Guard. She could guard multiple positions. She could
Mm-hmm.
pass, rebound. Great hustle player. Knock down some open shots when you needed to. I think she's the perfect intangible player, and a lot of her dirty work and a lot of her hustle will come in handy until this team gets back to full strength. So I think she's been splendid for us, man. She's been the perfect boost of energy, kind of like how Baby Sabali was last year, in
Mm-hmm.
the finals for us. So
Yeah.
I think we've been living off of that, and we've been substituting that because with the losses of Laney Hamilton and the
Mm-hmm.
losses of our girl Kayla Thornton,
Mm-hmm.
she's been coming in big. I hope she could get to stay a little bit more because I don't know how her schedule is overseas, but I'm hoping that she could get to stick around for as long as possible because we're gonna need her for the second half of the season for sure.
Definitely, definitely. So agree with you on that. One of my points is with her out, her loss was equally as impactful as Jonquel. It wasn't Jonquel and then her; it was both of them. So, because like I said, once I saw one loss with her in the lineup, that changed
Hmm.
my whole perspective. I was just like, wow, she's really equally as important as Jonquel out there. So, but that was the next move we're going to talk about is Jonquel Jones. How much better is New York with her in the lineup? And I say is she gives us that low post that we needed down low. She takes away teams like Atlanta just going into the post and feasting. So but go ahead, Kay. Give me your thought on Jonquel back. How much better is New York with her back in the lineup?
Tremendously because, like I said, she's like a defensive anchor like Mitchell Robinson. You know what I'm saying? Rebounding,
Mm,
and she changes things in the post, like like I said, because people was like feasting on us without John Quell in the lineup. So with
mhm.
John Quell in there now, that'll take away some more paint opportunities for these other teams. Also getting the rebounds and stuff like that, so giving us some second chance, and making these other team one and done. You know what I'm saying? And
Mm,
also, like I said, rim protection. It's like, yeah, her scoring is needed, but her defense is more needed to stop the bleeding down in the paint. You know what I'm saying? I know
mhm.
Sably and was they was trying to hold it down while she was out, but ain't nothing like John Quell when she's in there, man. That makes it that much tougher, you know what I'm saying, as far as like, in the post. So it'll be a great welcome for her to come back and stuff like that, come back tonight.
What about you, Leaf? What's your thoughts on Jonquel back and how impactful will she be now that she's back?
Um, Hopefully she could be as impactful as she was when before she left.
Hmm.
We back to championship form, but I don't want her to get rushed back.
Hmm. Hmm.
She most likely gonna be play decoy because you know how it is when you're coming off of injuries. When you're coming off of injuries, you kind of play that decoy basketball where everybody's looking for you to be, come back and to make an immediate impact, but you come back and make the light impact and work yourself back into the lineup step by step, little by little. I think that's mostly important for us, and I think that's mostly important for us going forward because what's going to happen is it's almost like when Willis Reed came back for the
Hmm.
Tangerines
For the
back
Knicks.
then. Now we call I'm still calling them Tangerines, but it's almost like how he came back, and then that gave Walt Clyde Frazier a boost. That gave the Bush of the fruit the boost. That gave Bradley the boost. Like a lot of players on the team will get uplifted by her and by lifted by her presence. Her
Hmm.
presence alone causes everybody to shift what they're doing defensively. So when you have that type of presence, now you got to lock in on things that you had to that came easy for you. Like that paint, that shit ain't valid no more. That ain't it ain't gonna go like you think. So like
Hmm.
and now with most of our hustle players back, I think the only person we missing now is Laney Hamilton, who probably be
Hmm.
back later on. And then to me, we back to full strength. I see us back. I see us getting back on top of the East because with the injuries that we had, we didn't have that far of a fall off. You know what I'm
Hmm.
saying? I thought it was gonna get bad for us. Coach, I was concerned. I ain't gonna lie to you, I was
Hmm.
concerned.
Hmm.
But
Hmm. That's fair.
But definitely, Coach Cave, man. I think we back to form. I think we back to championship form, and I think we back to contending. In contending our championship, level form, and we're gonna compete again on the highest level there is.
Okay, I'm with you guys on that. You know, I think New York is definitely back to championship contention. I'm sitting here right now and I'm looking at the bet. It says New York is the betting favorite right now to repeat as champion. Now, some of that is the return of Phoebus, Jonquil Jones, but it's also the signing of the new additions in terms of Stephanie Talbert and Messaman. I don't
Right.
know if I messed it. Messaman. I think their contributions. Messaman is going to have to get through her situation with getting her passport and everything because she's coming from Belgium. Um,
Hmm.
Albert, I believe, was already here, but they're veterans. Messaman won a WNBA Finals MVP. So they spoke of that. New York has three Finals MVP in Stewie, Jonquil Jones, and now Messaman. So that's like wow. You sit there and you look at it. Messaman also helps in terms of Jonquil Jones coming in because she can play the
Hmm.
center, she can play the power forward, she can play the stretch five. Let Stewie be a small, or you can let Stewie go to a small forward, put her in with John Cole Jones. So now you get a bigger lineup, and it allows them to do so much more offensively. She's fundamentally sound. She can hit all the open shots. She can hit the three. She was playing at a high level internationally. When she was in the Olympics, she was the team's MVP. That's the thing. She doesn't have to be over here. She doesn't have to be the number one option in New York because we already have enough ladies for that. With Stewie, with Sabrina, with John Quell if necessary. Phoebus if she gets hot. You have other players who can take the load off of her, and she can just come out and play basketball. So, and then Talbot is another good sized player who gives you good scoring, can play defense, a lot of the gritty work. So I'm ecstatic when seeing them. It helps give us depth and do so many different things. So I'm gonna start with you, Leaf. What's your thoughts on the addition of Talbot and Misselman?
Um, Great addition. From what I've been seeing, as far as what I know, I don't know much, man. But I think all the additions to what we already have and what we
Hmm.
have returning is a plus.
Hmm.
I think the players that we're getting to add on to our core is hustle players, players that's going to do the intangibles, players that's going to just come and fit in, just be a presence, and
Hmm.
however many minutes that they're playing, whatever role that they're playing, and I think that's the same for the young lady from Belgium. Uh,
Misselman.
uh, yeah, definitely. More the more the merrier. I mean, I'm cool with it, man. I don't really have no problems with it, man. I think she'll fit in perfectly, man. But coming from overseas, I seen a little bit. I haven't really got up on it yet because I'm still getting my computer and stuff situated, whatever, man. But you know how this is with this moving stuff, man. I'm pretty sure y'all know. But definitely, man. The more the merrier, coach. Man, I think this is a perfect timing for us, coach. Man, you was telling me not to worry. You was telling me to chill, man, and everything, man. And I'm in my state of mind right now, fellas, man. This is a perfect time for us to make this run and to finish this season strong. Get back to
Hmm.
championship form, and I think the young lady from Belgium can help us do that.
Here's a little on ESPN write up. It says the 6'4" forward from Belgium has been a huge difference maker when she has played in the league. The two-time WNBA All-Star averaged 12.4 points, 5.6 rebounds, 3.8 assists per games for Chicago in 2022. Before that, she played 7 seasons with Washington, where she helped them win the championship in 2019, and she won the Finals MVP as a reserve. Think about that, as a reserve, and that team had Elena Deladon. So And then earlier this summer, she competed in Eurobasket with Belgium. She also considered the Lynx in Phoenix. Her decorated international resume includes 2 nods at the Olympic All-Star 5 teams in Tokyo and Paris, 2 Euro basketball MVP honors, and 3 consecutive EuroLeague MVP bids. That right there just speaks volumes to what she brings to the table. So, but Cave, get in here, talk to us a little bit about the new additions. What's your thoughts?
Yeah, the new additions, like I said, they more like depth, like we talked about earlier, the depth wise
Hmm.
and stuff like that. Plus, they got the championship experience, veteran leadership and stuff like that that we can use down the stretch. You know what I'm saying? Especially the bigs, because you always need bigs in the playoff and stuff like that in case something happens. John Quell, the injury. Hopefully, like I said, she's good on that. You know what I'm saying? But like I said, they bring championship um
Pedigree.
expertise and stuff,
Hmm.
pedigree and stuff like that that we desperately need, man. You know what I'm saying? Because hey, you're going up against Minnesota, Aces, Storms, whoever, man. You're going to need that, and you know what I'm saying, especially in the front court. I mean, yeah, in the front court with the bigs. So, and like
Exactly.
I said, and yeah, man, Talbot, like I said, Misa, like I said, she used to play. I remember her days playing with the Mystics and stuff like
Hmm.
that. So she
Hmm.
can definitely help us, man.
Exactly. So, let me see. Talbert, though, she was actually playing with Golden State. I mean, she did get waived, but at Golden State, let me see. Where's her Talbot? Talbot. Talbot. Here she is. She played what 16 games, averaged 16 minutes a game, 3.6 points a game, um, almost point 0.9 in offensive rebound, 2.4 in offensive defensive rebounding. So that's a 3.3 total, 2 assists, a half a steal, and assist to turnover. She was 1.7 in assist to turnover ratio. So that's something that she can bring right off of the bench. And New York can definitely. I'm going to be honest with you, Cave. You don't want to hear what I'm going to say. She's an upgrade over Marquisha. She's an upgrade over Marquisha. She really is. She is. So
Some
Anybody's
coach.
an upgrade.
You
yeah.
know some coach, bro.
What's up?
Listen. I'm glad you said it, man. I was gonna keep quiet about that, but I got to co-sign what you just said, bro. She is definitely an upgrade over
Listen,
Marquisha.
I'm just disappointed that we lost our trade chip.
Yeah, I know. You were diamond. You were diamond. So, but who
Yeah,
knows?
you was telling me about Diamond last time, Cave, and I
Yeah,
realized, and I had to realize,
who she
I'm like,
was.
not just who she was. I had to realize how important she would have been to us and
Right.
everything that we're doing. And I didn't realize it at the time. I said, you know what? Let me go online and everything. And I was looking it up. I was doing something else. I was filling out a couple of job ads, and then I landed on the video. I was like, damn, Cade, yeah, Cade might have been on to something, man. Yeah,
Right.
yeah, this is something that we definitely needed. But I'm okay with the young lady
Yeah,
from Belgium, and I definitely got to co-sign what you just said, Coach. You right on the money with that. I
yeah,
can't disagree with that at all. Like
yeah,
this is a big time upgrade for sure.
yeah, definitely. So, that's that's it right now for the Liberty. I mean, pretty excited right now for this second half. Roughly about 20 games left. Let's see what kind of push they can make. Um, we're going to get into the standings right now. Um, and I'm going to do a power rankings via ESPN because what you call it hasn't changed in terms of the wait a minute, add to the stage. Why isn't it adding to the stage? Can you guys see the power rankings?
It's not on there yet.
No, it's not on yet.
Let me do it this way. Okay, let me remove that. There we go. You guys can see it now, right?
Yep.
All right,
Yeah,
so
that's it.
the WNBA, because the last time we used the WNBAs, but it hasn't changed. They haven't had an update. But here you go. Minnesota was number one, and the Liberty are up. They were previously at 3 for ESPN. Now they're at 2, and that's because they're at half a game over Phoenix. And then if you look at the following upcoming games, the next 7 days, Minnesota has Chicago. They host Chicago, they host Vegas, and they host Atlanta. Those two games are going to be big right there. So,
Hmm.
and, those are going to definitely be some big games right there. And then for New York, we host Indiana, we host Phoenix, we host the Sparks, and then we're at Dallas to close out the month. So um, these three are closing out the 8 game homestand that New York has had. So
Hmm.
and they've made a good push. So
I I think Phoenix is probably gonna be our toughest game because I'm not gonna lie to you, gentlemen. Like the way that they play, they play a very high movement style of basketball. The
mhm,
ball is moving on the string. Alyssa Thomas is having another phenomenal season. I think a lot of times is like the primary distributor on the team.
mhm,
You got Clay Cooper. You got
mhm,
other players on the team. That's gonna be a tough out for us. And
that
we
is
struggle.
true.
Obviously, we struggled with them, with the injuries that we had. But now that we getting back to full strength,
Mhm.
I'm liking that matchup for sure. So I'm gonna definitely have that game painted on, and I'm hoping the damn cable company hurry up and get here, man, so I can get this damn game on my damn thing. Cause
Hmm.
they taking forever, man, to get to my spot. I'm still
I
moving my
know.
stuff in and whatever, but I gotta get these games back in action. Cause now I'm a cable man. Cause I gotta get the new CPU. I gotta get a new setup. It's a whole
Hmm.
lot of stuff when you're moving, man. I'm gonna be out of action for a minute, but I need to get these WNBA games done for sure. But the
Mhm.
Phoenix game is definitely, I'm looking forward to that game. If I gotta watch it on the phone, I don't care. In the car, I do it.
Mhm.
So
I'm with you. I'm
Hmm.
with you. So,
Yeah, man.
um, yeah, but yeah, these next 7 days is going to be big for New York. You also see how it says how they can take because they have 4 games left with Minnesota, so it's going to be interesting. But at 3 in the power rankings, you have Phoenix. This was a surprise to me. You had Indiana at 4, and I'm saying to
Right.
myself, what? But
yeah,
and
that's a head scratcher to me.
yeah, and then when you go down, you have Seattle, where they said Seattle was at 8 the last time, and they move up to 5. And I'm saying to myself, what?
I don't know what happened in the last
Mm.
10 days. I don't know what happened in the
Uh,
last 7 to 10 days.
no, Seattle has been a little bit down. Well, they've been a little up and down, but they've been playing good basketball. So for them to move up 3 spots and Indiana at 4, even
It's
when you
crazy to
have
me.
Caitlin Clark hurt, I'm like, no. The Mystics are at 6, dropping down 1 spot. Atlanta is at 7, dropping down 1 spot. I'm like saying to myself, what is ESPN looking at? I'm going to be honest with you. What are they looking at?
I don't know if they
Because
watching the damn
Atlanta,
games. I'll be
Atlanta
honest
should
with you,
be
coach.
higher. Yes, Atlanta should be higher. The Storm should be higher, and Indiana and Washington should be lower, in my opinion. So the
Hmm.
Aces 8, okay, that's fine. Golden State, they're on the downslide, so I understand why they dropping them. The Sparks at 10, Chicago at 11, Dallas at 12, and Connecticut at 13, which those two I think are about right. Chicago, you can make an argument between them and Los Angeles. They can flip flop, it doesn't
Hmm.
matter. So, but yeah, Golden State, yeah, like I said, I understand the Aces. Yeah, hopefully Nalisa Smith can help, as it says, take some pressure off of Wilson on the inside and help move them up. I do have a funny feeling they're going to be able to move up, especially with Indiana and their injury issues with Caitlin Clark. So, um, but I mean, go ahead, guys. I just scrolled through it. I gave you my opinion.
I think, like I said, they just with the Indiana field, they just with Caitlyn being back and also that's probably what they're going off of and stuff. I don't know, you know what I'm saying? Are they anticipating, in the second half,
Mm,
teams are gonna make a run and stuff like that, you know. So I guess they feel like, yo, these guys got injuries, so these injuries gonna start, the healing up and stuff like that, and hey, they're gonna make a strong run or something like that, That's probably what they're going off
mhm.
of.
What about you, Leaf? What's your thoughts about this? The ESPN's power ranking.
ESPN. I don't know who was drunk when they did this, man. Somebody was definitely drinking on the job. Somebody needs to be drug tested, man, for real, for real. But I'm like Caitlin Clark out. And they still having a mid record. They haven't been better in the past recent than Seattle. They haven't been better than Atlanta in the past. I don't know how this has happened, but
Hmm.
at the same time, I guess, man. I mean, I don't know what they did in the past week that was put them astronomically over Seattle and Atlanta. I need answers, man, because this is ridiculous. But I'll figure it out. I'll figure out whatever I need to figure out because this is ridiculous. I'm with Cave on this.
Yeah, trust me, I'm with you. Go ahead, Kay. Give me your. Oh no, you already gave me your points.
Yeah.
So, um, this baffled me. Like I said, I just really could not figure out how in the world Indiana, because that was my biggest reason for talking about this. How could they be at 4? And they
And
were at
what we
4
what we
last
talked
week.
about, we talked about a lot. Like they might even make the playoffs, so they should be at number
Ex-
8 or 9 right now.
Exactly. So you're playing one game over 500, and you're giving them the number 4 spot, which I really don't understand. So, um, uh,
And that might have been because of them shirts at the All Star game, but which I'm sure we're
Mm,
gonna talk about.
mm.
uh, well, right now we're gonna close that out because that's pretty much what we had to talk. We already talked about the All Star game, so um, right now I'm gonna give you the floor, Leaf. I mean, and let me close this out. Hold on one second. Close this. Okay, so um, started with All Star Weekend. We gave our points in reference to Liberty sweep and Leticia Collier winning the MVP and the game itself. Go ahead, bro. You got the floor in reference to that. So
Uh-huh.
I'll put the lid on.
Uh, yeah, yeah. So about the game, I think I had whatchamacallit to win MVP. I was wrong about that, but Nafisa Collier, she proved or why she might be the best player this year in the league for sure. I thought she had leaped last year to number 2, and this year she might as well be number 1, man, because she was out there guns blazing, 36 points, 9 rebounds, great shooting and everything, and yeah,
Mhm.
she All-Star game MVP for sure. The shootout, Sabrina and Natasha Cloud, they have ran the table for us. The Liberty ran most of the weekend outside of Nafisa. I thought one of us was gonna win it would have been cool if one of us won MVP, but I take Nafisa for that for sure. But obviously the elephant in the room with the t-shirts, the
Yeah,
pay us what you owe us.
yeah,
Yeah, that, yeah. So listen, I have been an advocate for this past 2 years about these young ladies and about these women, from the college game, high school game to the college game, all the way to the WNBA for sure, and about where they have come and how far the league has come. But we gotta understand something, ladies. I need y'all to understand. I'm gonna be very respectful when I say this because I'm living with a woman and her daughter now. So I gotta be. I'm gonna be real respectful when I say this, and I'm gonna mind my words properly. You
mhm,
have to understand the benefits and the debenefits of positive or negative profit. When
uh-huh,
you are when it costs another $40 million, I'm gonna repeat myself, when it costs another $40 million, and there's another league that's subsidizing you and making sure you hang afloat, you have to understand the saying, crawl before you walk.
uh-huh.
That saying goes around a lot, and I don't listen. I don't know how anybody else feels about this. I want to let it be known this is not the let's protect Caitlin Clark, the let's protect Angel Reese, or let's protect Nafisa, anything. I'm saying this, ladies, y'all are businesswomen now, and y'all have to understand how business work. When you bring something to the table and when you bring profit. When you don't bring profit, You
Mm-hmm.
cannot expect top dollar. I'm going to
Mm-hmm.
say it again. When you do not bring profit, you cannot expect top dollar. Now, as far as I know, it took the NBA a long time to make some real money too. Took them about what, 35, close to 40 years to start making real money. And we have to tip our hats to Magic and Bird for that, and we definitely have to tip our hats to Michael Jordan for that. He took this league to incredible heights in terms of money, and when he was in the league, business was at its highest. And I'm pretty sure Caitlin Clark is going to bring that, but she hasn't brought that right away because y'all still owe $40 million. So, ladies, pump the brakes, slow your roll, and wait your turn. And as somebody else would say, is know your damn role and shut your damn mouth. And I don't really like to say it like that, but I mean, it's kind of how it has to be said right now, because when you come out the way that you came out in the All-Star game, it's a lot of y'all that's thinking to yourselves, hey, we deserved it. We deserved it. Realistically, if you're really doing it by the math, realistically, all of you young ladies owe money if you really want to be technical. So listen, just pump the brakes. You got to crawl before you walk. This is going to take time. And this is not going to be done overnight. It's going to take some more time. So listen, I'm very, very, very grateful for what these young ladies have done and what the history of the league has done. But there's no way that y'all walking out on nothing, man. Like Unrivaled is in baby steps mode. None of y'all ain't gonna fly overseas and try to fly back overseas to play in the WNBA with the national attention that it's getting. You're not gonna do it. Calm it down. You will get paid soon. It probably won't be coming real soon, but it will come soon. You just gotta wait your turn. Relax.
Mm.
Well, I'm going to say this to in reference to what you said, Leaf. Um, I think what they're saying is in reference because they have a new TV contract that kicks in
Right.
next year, and that's what they're talking about because they go through the CBA right now, and they want the money for next year because that TV contract is the reason why is where this debate is. So they're getting that money next year. So in reference to what you're saying about the $40 million, yes, you are 1,000% correct. But what they're also saying is because we have the TV contract, and they don't get a part of that revenue sharing like they do in the NBA. So that's really what the issue is. They want it fair. They don't even want it to be 50-50 like the NBA. I believe they said 60-40 is fair enough. So that's where the discrepancy and where the fight really comes into play because you have that TV money that's coming in now. And
Hmm.
Cave, what is it? Is it like $6 billion if I'm not mistaken?
I think it's two.
Oh, it's $2 billion.
Yeah.
They've never seen money like this in before in the past.
Hmm.
So to what you were saying, Lee, that's why they're saying pay us what you owe us because we are contributing to what this league growing. You're expanding. You're bringing in a total of what 5 new teams, 4 new teams. Wait a minute. Golden State,
Or
Portland, Toronto.
yeah, I
Yeah,
think it's gonna
five.
be about five. Yeah.
Yeah,
Five
it's
new
gonna be
teams.
like 5 new teams or something like that.
So if the league is growing, that's giving players more opportunity to earn money. So in fairness, they also should be seeing some of that money. Now they're not saying pay us $50 million per player per year,
Right.
you know. But when you're only getting the most $270,000 a year, like a Stewie, I mean, there has to be a little bit of what. Let's see the growth, and I don't even think they're asking where your top players are getting more than $1 million.
Right.
That's where I think that the battle really starts, and that's where the issue is going to be. So
Yeah.
but to what you were saying, Leaf, you're right. Yes, you want to pump your rolls, but they also don't want the league to take advantage of them and roll all
Uh,
over them when it comes to the contracts.
right. That's what I was gonna say too, man. They behind the scenes. They know what's going on, man. You know what I'm saying? They
Hmm.
don't want to get played. So hey, they know what they talking about. Let them do what they got to do. Because
Exactly.
guess what? Closed mouth don't get fed.
True.
That
True.
that is a fact, Cave. But at the same time, when you dealing with big business,
Hmm.
you at the end of the day,
Hmm.
positive profit rules over negative
Yes.
profit.
Yes.
Hmm.
You are so right. That's an outstanding statement, right there in a leaf. It really does. So, but again, the players are also looking at the future projections, um, in terms of the money that's out there. So a good steal. But again, hey, I love that. I
Hmm.
love that what you're bringing to the table right there, Leaf. Great point. So, um, what's your thoughts in terms of, the skills in the 3-point shooting competition? Oh, wait a minute,
I
Cade. Hold on a second, Cade. If you have to go,
Yeah,
just go
yeah,
ahead.
yeah. Yeah,
Just go ahead.
I'm
Don't
about to
worry
roll.
about it.
Okay.
Okay.
All right, bro. I'll see y'all guys.
All right, man.
all
Thanks,
right,
man.
Cave.
All right, bro.
Sorry, yeah, he has to, handle some personal business. So,
Yeah.
but yeah, go ahead. In terms of the 3-point and the whatchamacallit, and the 3-point and the skills competition, what was your thoughts?
The 3-point competition I watched actually. I think Sabrina. I like once I seen Sabrina go on the streak, I already knew she was gonna win. Um, I didn't. It wasn't a doubt in my mind. I like obviously I wanted to see her. Everybody wants to see her and whatchamacallit go at it. When I say
Caitlin Clark.
her and
Caitlin
Caitlin
Clark.
Clark. I mean I
Hmm.
like her because last year I think her she went up against Steph in the 3-point contest. I mean, obviously the NBA wasn't gonna allow her to win that. Like
Hmm.
I already knew that wasn't gonna happen, man. Like it was no way they wasn't gonna let Steph get embarrassed like that. But everybody wants to see Sabrina and Caitlin Clark in shooting contests and shootouts for years. You know what I'm saying? Because it
Hmm.
was really Sabrina that kind of got the ball rolling. She just didn't get the notoriety that Caitlin Clark got. Caitlin Clark, she basically had Middle America. Sabrina
Hmm.
was a part of something else. Sabrina had the Mamba Academy and Kobe and the relationship she had with Gigi and everything. Man, God rest in peace.
Hmm.
But everybody wants to see that for sure, for sure. I didn't really see the skills challenge. I just kind of heard Natasha won, but
Hmm. Hmm.
I'm
Hmm.
just glad. I'm just glad we ran the table with the All Stars, with most of the All Star wins. But I would have liked one of us to win MVP, but Nafisa shut that down. So I would have liked that. So
Okay, now I'm with you there. So, yeah, Natasha just beat Erica Wheeler by 1/100th of a second. So it was a good event. I just love the fact that New York swept it. So, um, hey, I'm a homer. So what can I
yeah,
say?
hey, definitely, man, for
So
sure, for sure.
the other
Yeah.
subject that we talked about is how much will Caitlin Clark's injury affect the Fever's playoff positioning, with her growing injury, and they're 12 and 11 overall right now, and without her, I think they have 3 or 4 wins. I think they're under 500 without her. So she helps them, in terms of spreading the floor and so much more. But what's your thoughts on her injury affecting their playoff positioning?
Um, I think of it kind of a gift and a curse, sort of somewhat. It's kind of could go either way because we did have conversations about how just like off the eye test alone, she can cost her team some games. I mean, and we
Mhm.
definitely had those conversations for sure.
Uh-huh.
And we had conversations about them playing well without her,
Right.
but obviously without her on the court period, the defense job becomes easier because now Caitlin Clark doesn't have that, she doesn't have the gravity anymore, she doesn't become the decoy anymore. So like when she's not on the court at all, the defense assignments pretty much start to get a little bit more simplified for the opposition. So you
Hmm.
know who's going to be the go-to scorer. You know what to do against Kelsey Mitchell. You know what get to do with Aaliyah Boston. You know what get to do with Lexi and Sophie. and the rest of the team. So I think without her, I'm not gonna say without her they are a plus or but they could be more of a negative than a plus because the defense would know what to do without her on the floor at all. When she's on the floor, she's gonna gravitate defenders at all times, but she just has to it's just her ability to make better decisions with the basketball, like when she has those opportunities and to make better decisions for her team, become more of that hockey assist guard that she was that she has been in the wins, and even though she's still making mistakes,
Mm-hmm.
a lot of points of her game can continue to improve. I hope they do continue to improve because
Mm-hmm.
I think with the squad that they have, I think Indiana could definitely hang afloat right now, but she definitely gonna have to get healthier for sure. But she got to stop forcing that injury. She got to stop coming back too quick from that injury. Let that
Yeah.
injury heal,
Mm-hmm.
and allow yourself to get rest, and let that injury heal. Don't push yourself too much. Let that injury do its job and heal because Miss Caitlin Clark is the breadwinner of this league. She is the needle pusher of this league in terms of profit. You know what I'm saying? So like when she misses games, we all know the attendance go down like crazy. So it's gonna take somebody else to lead that and get that back to prominence. I think it
Mm-hmm.
could be Paige Beckers, but Dallas right now is they in rebuild mode, so it's gonna take some time. But right now, Caitlin Clark, it's important for the league and the future of the league that she's on the court. So
Mm-hmm. Agree with you 1,000,000%, man. The future league, she brings the viewership, she brings the attendance, but she also helps Indiana. I mean, it's her second year, so I mean, it's still time for her to develop and grow as a player. So, um, I mean, it's a while, but yeah, like you said it best, and Cave and I said it earlier. Don't rush back from this injury, man. I mean, she came back too early and she's back out again. So just take your time. Develop. The league wants you. The league needs you. So it's the game will be there. Indiana needs you in the long run. So it's just sad. Right now, Indiana's top player is out right now because of an injury. So, but in due time, we'll see how it goes. So, um, sitting here watching an update, New York is down to Indiana by 1 point right now. So, but it's only in the first quarter. It's 16-15, so still time to go. Um, and this is right before you came in. How much better is Minnesota over the rest of the league? And that was from an article that I saw. It was talking about their record at 20-4, number two in offense, number one in defense. Net rating is number one at plus 12.4. The optimism is because of the race that they've had so far. They have the lowest free throw rate in getting to the free throw line. But one of the biggest things in reading this article is they had a stretch of 10 games in 18 days, which is unheard of. Even Cheryl Reeve said it's one of the most illogical schedules in my 25 years of doing this. So that right there, it said to me, I see why they, had a little slump right now, because they played so many games. So now it's going to start to settle down, and we'll see where they go from there. How it goes in terms of their overall play, and can they extend their lead over Phoenix and New York, or can they close? Because they did say one of the things that might impact them is the recent sign of Messerman and Talbot for New York. So, but what's your thought in terms of Minnesota? Are they that much better than the rest of the teams in the league?
I think as far as the regular season goes, they are. I think you when you have the best player in the league in the FISA,
Mm-hmm.
and you have a top defense, top offense across the board. You got Courtney Williams, you got shooters like Kayla, Lena, and the other girls on the team. Uh, uh, you basically cooking with fish grease. You know what I'm saying? So I mean, They're definitely they came out guns blazing this season. Like I kind of thought they would, coach. I mean, uh they obviously thought they had the finals won last year. I'm more than happy to say that they didn't. That we won the finals.
Mhm.
But they can't. But I knew they was gonna. I knew when the season started they was gonna come back with a vengeance, and I thought they was gonna come back with a fire lit under them, and they was gonna play their asses off this season. This is looking like one of the better teams, one of the better Minnesota teams in years. You know what I'm saying? When they was all going on them runs, when they had what's my girl that just retired a jersey last year. No, I'm talking about damn, I forgot her name. Drawing a blank.
Minnesota. Oh,
Yeah, yeah. You talk.
Simone Augusta. Is
No,
it
not
Simone?
Simone Augustus. What I'm talking about. Blah. Goddamn.
The center, the center. I know from LSU.
No,
Um,
no, no, no. From Connecticut. Damn. What's the name?
Maya Moore.
Maya Moore. Right, right. Oh, I forgot that. Man. Maya Moore. That's one of our girls. Man. Shout out to Maya Moore.
Hmm.
Um, but
It was that talent, though. That's the whole point, man.
Yeah, 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 definitely. Maya Moore was ahead of her time, and I thought if she would have played more years, she definitely would have been among her argument for the greatest women's basketball player would have been a lot
Hmm.
greater than it is right now. But shout out to Nafisa, shout out to all them girls. But I think they had kind of leeway, or we was hanging on. We was both the two teams that started 9-0. It was basically the first team to basically like hit a bump in the road first. And unfortunately, it was us. They hit the second one, but it didn't. It was like a small fork in the road. We had like a bigger fork because we had Jaquel out. But I kind of knew before the season started, and I think we talked about it, Coach. I knew they was gonna come out the way that they did. I knew they was gonna come out the way that they did. I knew they was gonna come back stronger. I knew Nafisa was gonna be better than ever, and they have done exactly that and some. You know what I'm saying? So I mean,
Hmm.
for this season, I think they are pretty much outmatching just about everybody. They have some small little losses, but they're outmatching most of the competition, if not all of it. But when playoffs start, I expect us to be right back in a playoff form, and we should be able to compete with them. But in no way, shape, or form am I bending the knee to Minnesota to win no championship. I'm not doing that.
I'm with you too. I'm with you. But that's the beauty of the WNBA, the excitement. Right now that's the rivalry, New York and Minnesota. Some people will say Vegas. Vegas needs to do more to step up. Phoenix is right there. Seattle, we've had trouble with both those teams this year, but I think some of that is because Jonquel wasn't there, and hopefully she will kind of stabilize us there. So we'll see how it goes. So, but yeah. I think that Minnesota, yeah, they deserve it, but come playoff time, Cave is on the same accord with you. How it goes, and don't forget they're now playing a 7 game series. So in the past it was 3 and then 5, now it's 7 games. So stepping up. So
Wait, wait, wait. So that's 7 games for the finals, right?
no, all every series.
It's 7 games for every series this year.
Yes, yes,
Oh
yes.
wow. Oh.
So
Okay.
it's
Okay.
stepping up. Last year, I think the final. Oh, wait a minute, let me double check. Let me make sure I'm correct.
Yeah.
Um, WNBA playoff. Oops.
Like the playoff format. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Format 2025. I believe it's 7 games. Every game is 7 games. Okay, playoffs. WN playoffs. Oh wow, no, that's 18, 34, 8. How many rounds? Three. I stand corrected. Round one is let me make sure this article is current. Yeah, July 21st of 2025. So I stand corrected. Round one is the best of three series.
Right.
The semifinal rounds will be best of five, and the finals is the best of seven. I'm sorry.
Okay.
So
So it's 3-5-7.
yeah, it's 3-5-7. I stand corrected. I apologize. Um,
Okay. All
but yeah,
right.
still. it's that's going to be a grueling, especially if you're playing New York, if Phoenix, if it's Minnesota, or
Right.
if it's New York playing either of those teams. So it's going to be a grueling format. Now you're playing 7 games, and then the other round is 5, and then it's 3. So stepping up from there. So, but hey, I'm looking forward to it. The beauty, and that's the beauty of the WNBA, man. The games
I'm
are
yeah.
improving.
I'm definitely looking forward to it too. I'm a little bit confused of why they had to pull this malarkey after we won the championship. But it is what it is. I understand it, man. The Liberty won something, man. Now you got to change something up. Whatever.
So
It,
no, remember, it's the viewership, and it's the opportunity to capitalize while it's hot. People are tuning in, so now they want to see more of a playoff format. The finals to go longer, to 7 games instead of 5 games. That's all they're doing. They're taking advantage of. It's hot now. You're expanding in terms of new teams, and people are coming out in droves, and you're seeing, and you're expecting a top competitive matchup with hopefully New York and Minnesota, or New York and Phoenix, or Minnesota and Phoenix, whoever. But the point is, you're going to see a championship caliber, and you want to play that in 7 games, not just 5 games. So that's really what it boils down to. So that is, they didn't do it just because of the Liberty. That's the reason why. I think if Minnesota had won, it still would have changed it, to 7 games. So
yeah, I was only just poo pooing around with that, man.
oh,
You know me, man. I'm always gonna dig. I honestly thought we should have beat the. I honestly thought we should have beat the Lynx in like 3 or 4 games, but somehow I went to Game 7 because we blew a game or two. Um, I think we had blew a double digit lead in the fourth or something like that in Game 1. I don't remember, if I remember, but yeah, I still got us to win the whole thing and defend this title.
mhm,
For sure. Jaquel is back. Once she finally gets back in form, we will continue to be on the up and up, and we'll continue to get back into the space that Minnesota's in. It's probably going to take some time. I think Minnesota pretty much owns most of the 90% of the regular season. I'll give them that. But in no way, shape, or form am I bending the knee to Minnesota winning the whole thing. I'm not doing that.
no, I'm not. I'm not saying they're winning it either. So I'm counting on New York. She's holding her.
Uh,
All right.
yeah, yeah. I got to get the. I got to get this cable running, man. I'm missing games, man. Like I got to get my computer going, man, so I can get back to my games on the computer because that's how I was watching them before.
Uh,
So
well,
yeah.
hopefully you will, bro. Everything will be back into play for you soon. So
Yes. Yes, yes, yes. But appreciate you, coach.
I
As
appreciate you.
usual. I got you know what? I gotta get on what's I gotta link up with NYG let
Mhm.
'em, tomorrow because I got a whole lot to say about what's going on in my neck of the woods. Well, my former neck of the woods, man, because I live in Texas now, so I don't live in Brooklyn no more. But
Mhm.
I got a whole lot to say, and it's been a whole lot been said about Cam Thomas and everything in that situation. But I got a whole lot to say about what's going on in our town, man. So yeah, definitely, for sure, for sure. But
After you hook up with him, and you guys will take care of that. So, but yeah, I appreciate you also. Appreciate everybody tuning in, for tapping in. Thanks a lot. Again, as we go out of here, hit the like button. Even if you rewatch it, hit the like button. Subscribe to all the channels. Hit the notifications. Share on all social media platforms. All the information is in the description. I thank everyone for always supporting us, and appreciate you all. My brothers, Leaf, Kay, for always being here, rocking with me no matter what. So we'll be back next week to talk more about the WNBA, and that's pretty much it. So we're out of here, and y'all have a good one. Peace.
peace.
Yeah, yo, welcome to the Man King. Drill they legends, WNBA news. We about to ring the bell. Leave Diggy, coach, yeah, we got the scoop. On and off the court, watch the power move. From the hardwood glory to the locker room chats. We cover it all, ain't no need for no stats. Sipping on knowledge, pouring out the truth. Supporting the queens who brings the fire, that's the proof. So sit back, turn it up, let the stories unfold. Yeah, WNBA, we bring the heat, the future's bold. In the man cave where the legends collide. Leaf Diggy and Coach Ed got that East Coast pride. What? WNBA vibes, we breaking it down. From the game to the grind, let's wear that crown. Yeah. Stay tuned in, we keeping it real. The stories of strength and the heart that you feel. Dishing out knowledge like assists we aim. In the man cave where we elevating the game. So grab your seat, let the action ignite. Yeah, WNBA, we bring you the light. Keep it tight.